It's your girl Natasha Morrison, and you are now listening to Tenacious Goddess. Hey Goddess, hope you're doing well. Welcome to today's episode. Alright, so today we'll be talking about what is feminine energy and what is masculine energy, because you might be operating from your masculine energy and you didn't even know that you was operating from your masculine energy. And you might be thinking about, what is a masculine man? What's the difference between a masculine man or a feminine man or a controlling masculine man? And these are things that we're definitely going to address in this episode today. Okay, so the first thing that you guys need to remember is that as women, we have both energies within us. We have both masculine energy and feminine energy, but you just decide which side you want to be more dominant in. Which side are you leaning more towards? Also with men, they have both feminine and masculine energy as well, but they just decide to stay more into their masculine energy. But some men are more feminine and they decide to operate more from their feminine energy. But it's just a personal decision that you have to make, how you're going to carry yourself, how you're going to be, how you want the world to receive you, what type of energy you're kind of putting out there to the world, and understanding yourself. Once you understand yourself, you understand what energy you're emitting and the behaviors that you're doing or behaviors that you need to stop. But first, I think it's really important to understand the difference between masculine energy and feminine energy. What you guys also need to remember is that some countries and some cultures operate automatically from one energy. And what I mean by that is, for instance, I've been watching this Netflix series called Bling Empire, and one of the ladies on the show was saying that in Chinese culture it is expected that a woman is a wife and you marry, and your duty is to provide a male heir, because the males carry on the dynasty, the male carry on the family lineage. So it's important as a woman that you provide that male heir. It's important that you provide for your husband and you're there for him as a wife. So I would say that that culture promotes femininity and feminine energy a lot, and they promote masculine men to operate from their masculine energy. Whereas when you think about Western countries, or if you think about the UK or the US or other places, these countries, the lines are a bit more blurred because people have to work, you have to fight for what you want. A lot of values and traditions are lost because you can't operate from one energy. You always have to be on the go because you always have to try and pay your bills or always be on top of things. So trying to operate from one energy source is a lot more difficult. Another show that I was watching on Netflix as well, which also still talks about this kind of energies and roles, masculinity and femininity, was Bridgerton. If you watch Bridgerton, then you'll understand what I mean. In Bridgerton, like, the women are taught to be feminine and be wives and to be soft and be nurturing and caring, and the men are taught to be masculine and they look after the family and they're providers and they provide security. So when you watch this show, you just have a little bit better understanding of masculine energy and feminine energy, and how men are typically or traditionally meant to be or behave, and how women are typically meant to be and behave. So these shows I definitely think are really good to analyze and to understand masculine energy and feminine energy. Alright, so let's talk about masculine energy, or should I do masculine energy versus feminine energy? Let's do it like that. Let's talk about masculine energy and then we'll talk about feminine energy in the same kind of category. Alright, so let's begin to talk about feminine energy and masculine energy. First, we're going to talk about masculine energy, and we're going to build this masculine man. I'm going to describe to you what masculinity is, so you have an understanding of masculine energy versus feminine energy. When we think about masculine energy or a masculine man is someone who's logical, someone who's more left brain. They think a lot. They try to get stuff done using logic and really using their mind and trying to understand things. They are also very decisive in their action. They're very strong. They're very controlled. They're focused. A masculine man is focused. When he has an idea of what he wants or what he wants to accomplish in his business, he goes for it. He knows what he wants. He's focused. He's driven. Masculine energy is all about taking risk. This man loves to take risk. He loves an adventure. He loves, challenges and trying to challenge himself and build himself up and go into the next level. It's all about leveling up and becoming the best that you can be. It's all about achieving. Masculine energy is all about goal orientated. It's about, I have this goal, I want to make this amount of money, I want to do this is what I need to achieve, and they go after it. It's also a little bit about control. Masculine energy can be controlling, but this is where you have to be careful that you're not with a controlling person, because a good high value man will never want to control you. Masculine energy is powerful and is purpose driven. So when I say controlling in the sense that he knows when to be a boss. A masculine man will know when to switch that boss mode on when he answers the phone to his colleagues, or when he answers the phone to his employees, he switches into a different mode. He's now in boss mode. But when he's with you, he's softer. He doesn't try to control you. He allows you to be, but he can switch it up. He's not just controlling all the time, because that is a toxic relationship if someone is always controlling. Masculine energy is also very competitive. A masculine man is very competitive. He knows what the prize is and he wants to go after it. This is why you should never chase a guy, because men go after what they want. Masculine men know what they want and they go after it. They don't sit around and wait. They're focused, they're driven, they have a vision, they know what they want, and they actively go after it. They don't just sit around and wait for it to come to them. They go after what they want and they claim their prize. They're very intellectual. Masculine men are intellectual. You can hold a conversation with them. When you see them in public or places or at events, they can hold a conversation. They talk about business and they talk about politics and they talk about the economy and history, and they know what they're talking about because they're very intellectual. This one here, the opposite of it, us women have a hard time doing it. But masculine energy is about giving. It's about providing. A masculine man wants to make sure that the people around him are provided for. He wants to make sure that they're okay. He wants to make sure his mom, his dad, his sisters, his cousin, his wife, his children, they do not want for anything, because he's the provider. He knows that he's the head, he's the lion. This is his household, this is his family, and he needs to provide. So masculine energy is very giving. Masculine energy wants you to stay being beautiful, to stay looking after yourself. So my experience in that is like ex is saying to me, babe, here's a spa voucher, go treat yourself, go pamper yourself. I know you've been stressed, go and pamper yourself. It could even be just bringing you flowers. Babe, here's a bouquet of flowers. Masculine energy is about giving, and not just giving things as well. A masculine man will always want you to level up. A masculine man knows that you're my woman, and even if we broke up, I want you to leave this relationship better than you came. I want you to invest in stocks. I want to teach you how to invest in properties. I want to teach you so that I can help you grow. A masculine man will never want to hold you down in the sense that to try to suffocate you or just have you there as a trophy wife. A real high value man will want you to invest in yourself. He will want to invest in you as well. He'll want to teach you so that, like I said, if you guys ever break up, you leave a better person than what you came in that relationship as. You now have leveled up because this person has helped you with their resources, with their time and their energy to make sure that you are a better person. The next thing that links in with a masculine man being someone who's a provider and a giver is that they offer protection. They protect what is theirs with their life. They do not want harm coming to their family. They do not want harm coming to the people they love. They want to make sure that you are secure. You live in a secure area. You live in a secure house. You are driving. You're not walking on the road. Whenever you go out, you are taken care of, making sure your kids go to good schools, making sure your kids grow up in a good area. They want to make sure that their family is taken care of. They want to provide security because they know that this is their responsibility, and they're going to do what they need to do to make sure that their responsibility is taken care of. And the last thing as well is that a masculine man is dominating, but not dominating in a controlling way or trying to like dominate you or be better than you. He just knows he's the prize. And this is the next thing. It's two people who know they are the prize coming together. It's not just about, oh, I'm the woman, I'm the prize. As a masculine man, he knows he's a prize. He knows what he has to offer. He knows his worth, and he doesn't need to hold it over you. He doesn't need to keep talking about the things he's done or what he's doing. He just knows his worth, and he knows he's a catch. He knows what he brings to the table, just as how you should know as well. You both should know your worth and know that you are the prize. Alright, let's talk about feminine energy and what feminine energy is in contrast to masculine energy. So where masculine energy is more left brain, feminine energy is more right brain. It's more creative, it's intuitive, it's about feelings. Feminine women are very caring and they're nurturers. You have to think about it like this. When your husband or your man comes home from work, he's had a stressful day because he's been work, thinking. He wants to come home and be at peace. He wants you to be his peace. Feminine energy is all about the senses. Feminine women are compassionate, they're wise, they're caring. They have a mothering nature about them. They like to look after and take care of, which is what feminine energy is. It's taking care, it's giving birth, and it's nurturing things, it's growing things, it's giving love. Feminine energy compared to masculine energy, which is more decisive and action and thought and business and work. Feminine energy is more creative. So feminine women like to be in touch with the creative side, whether that means painting or dancing or cooking or cleaning or gardening, anything that's going to allow them to be creative. They tap into that. They start to do things that make them feel good, little hobbies that will make them feel good, that bring out that creative side to them. And this creative side can also become something more than just a hobby. This can become your dream job, your business, and it all starts off by you doing something you love. You might love to bake, and then you decide to open your own bakery because you're so good at it. You might be really good at dancing and decide to start doing dance classes because you're really good at it. And this now becomes something which is a side hustle that pays the bills or gives you money, and who knows where this can go. Feminine woman is all about experiencing. It's about experiencing the moment. It's about being free and flowing. Feminine women have this sense of calmness about them. When you go around them, you feel relaxed, and that is what masculine energy needs. Where masculine energy is pent up and it's got so much aggression or so much stress or so much worldly problems, this masculine energy needs the yang, the yin to the yang. It needs something that is more calming and relaxed, something that is their peace. Men will always say, I need a few things. I need a woman that makes me happy in the bedroom. I need a woman who can cook, and I need a woman who is my peace. Because when they go out in this world, they do not have peace. So as feminine women, you need to be that peace. Feminine women don't overthink. They're givers, they're emotion driven, they are uplifting. The overthinking and all of that stuff is more masculine energy. You want to be free and flowing, like I said. You just want to enjoy each and every moment, live in the moment, and don't stress about it. You want to just be peaceful. That's the only way I can express it. You want to be peaceful. You just want to be peaceful, uplifting. You want to be a beacon of light, a beacon of hope. Feminine women are expressive. They're all about quality, whereas masculine energy is intellectual. It's about quantity. Masculine energy is about, oh, I need to have more money, I need to have more this, I need to have more that. Whereas feminine energy is about quality. Okay, the quality of this needs to be good. Okay, the quality of my house needs to be good. It's not about me having 500 homes. It's about my one home that I have being my sacred space, being my peace, somewhere I can relax. It's about paying attention to the smaller details, whereas masculine energy thinks about the bigger picture. Feminine energy thinks about the micro things, the small things, because they know that these small things will make the bigger picture. And also, you already have that masculine energy thinking about the bigger picture, so you think about the small things whilst they're thinking about the big things, and coming together, things will be great because you both are thinking about the same things, but just maybe in different ways. Where I said that masculine energy is giving, feminine energy is about receiving. And I know sometimes it can be so hard for women or us women to be a receiver. I know for me personally, that is something I struggled with in relationships, was just receiving and being a thankful receiver. When you're someone who has always worked, always provided for yourself, being a go-getter, when you now have someone who's trying to give you things, you're like, wait, what? I don't want this. Does this come with strings attached? You're so skeptical. We are so skeptical because all you know is to provide for yourself. No one can hold anything over you. This is yours. You worked hard for this. But being a thankful receiver is so important. Feminine women receive. We receive love and we give love. And it's okay to just say thank you and receive things, because masculine energy loves to give. Masculine energy feels good. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel like a man. It makes them feel strong, knowing that they can provide for their women, knowing that they can provide for their family. That is something that makes them feel good and makes them bask in that masculine energy. When you don't receive it, you don't want it, or you act headstrong, that actually makes him feel less than a man, less than, and you don't want that. You want to keep uplifting your man. So just being a thankful receiver is so important. Just being appreciative is important, ladies. Just appreciate and say thank you. Sometimes the simplest thing you can say is, okay, thank you. And that's it. Right, so the next thing about feminine energy is that feminine energy is patient and loving. And this is where probably some of us go a little bit wrong. I know I've gone wrong here before. It's like whenever I'm arguing with an ex or someone, I'm meeting that person on the same energy. If he's coming and shouting, if he's coming on 100, I'm coming on 100 because I'm headstrong. But that's masculine energy. You don't want to meet that person on that same level. If he's on 100, you meet him on 30. You meet him on 5. Don't even do 50. You meet him on a lower level, because that will calm that person down as well. Being on the same level, being loud and aggressive, or trying to prove a point, or trying to win an argument is very masculine energy. Masculine energy is all about winning and, making sure that their authority is shown and proven. Feminine energy doesn't care for that stuff. Feminine energy just cares about solving and loving and giving and caring and being kind. It doesn't care about arguing or winning fights or winning arguments. That is so masculine energy vibes, ladies, and we are not trying to do that. The last thing as well about feminine energy is that it's about yielding, it's about growing, it's about birthing. When you think of women, we give birth to life. Like, we create. Women are so beautiful. We are so important. Have you ever thought about the importance of women? As women, we birth things, we grow things, we reproduce. Reproduction couldn't be possible without us. Men need women. They need strong, tenacious women. You need to understand your worth and your value. Know that you're a goddess. Know that you're worthy. Know that you bring so much and you offer so much. You need to know that you're the prize. You need to know that you're the prize, you love yourself, and you know everything that you bring to the table. But saying that, I think the most important thing to remember is that there's no yin without the yang. There's no yang without the yin. We need both masculine energy and feminine energy. And when you're looking for a partner, you're looking for someone, you want to make sure that that person is your opposite. If you're a woman who operates mostly from her masculine energy, it's probably best if you find a man who operates more from his feminine energy, because if you find that man who's more masculine energy, you will just clash. A movie that comes to mind is Think Like a Man. If we think about Taraja, is that how you say her name? But if we think about her character anyway, she's the boss lady, she's, successful. She wants a man as well who's successful. She's doing well for herself. She's accomplished. She's making loads of money. And she meets this guy who has a dream. He has a dream of being a chef and cooking. And he fulfills her. He makes her happy. He's not earning the same amount of money as her. He's not stuck in his ways. He's not ignorant. He's a different energy to her. She's more masculine energy. He's more feminine energy. He was cooking for her. He was catering to her. He was operating from that feminine energy. It doesn't mean that he was less than a man. It just means that was where he was operating from. And when she did try to go for the guy who was on the same level, let's say the guy who was making loads of money like her, the guy who was driving a nice car, she hated it. She had a horrible time on the date. Why? Because both of their energies clashed. He was there talking about what he's doing and how successful he is. She's there talking about what she's doing and how successful she is, and they just clashed. And as you can see, that relationship didn't work out. She was better fitted with someone who was her opposite. And it's really important, ladies, that you understand your energy source and where you're operating from, and also know that what you're trying to attract. Understand what masculine energy is. Understand the pros and the cons about masculine energy, because a guy can think he's masculine, but he's so controlling, he's demanding, there's bad qualities basically to masculine energy, just like there's bad qualities to feminine energy. You might just be too sensitive or too emotional, and you just need to find that right balance. If you guys want to read more about what masculine energy is and what feminine energy is, then there will be a post up on www.tenaciousgoddess.com. So make sure you go over there, read it, because that post will go in a lot more depth. That post would also tell you about the bad qualities of both masculine and feminine energy, and just tell you about some things that you should look out for and be mindful of. Alright guys, so that's the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said earlier, please go over to I think I said the W too many times, but www.tenaciousgoddess.com. Check out the blog post and just check out my blog. Please also head over to my Instagram, which is Tenacious Goddess, and onto my next video. I will see you guys then. So bye.